Good morning, my beautiful people. Buenos días, mi gente hermosa. So today I'm going to record another video from the Papauyau series. This is video number 7, I believe. And this one is gonna be entitled Looking at Life Through God's Point of View. And I know that sounds a little bit arrogant, because what do I know about God's point of view? But this actually comes from my wife, Caterina. We've been having a little trouble lately, just with some people. And yesterday she talked to me and she's like, "Honey, do you mind if I talk to you about God's point of view?" And I made her wait a little bit before I said, "Yes, sure, go ahead." And these are the things that she told me. So basically, this is my wife's message to you. And since she's a little bit shy, she wouldn't probably record this video, so I'm doing it for her because I think it's amazing advice. Y disculpen a la gente que habla español, este video va a ser solamente en inglés. Ya si les interesa saber el mensaje, me pueden mandar un mensaje y yo se los traduzco. Alright, so here it goes. Caterina told me that there are 3 essential behaviors that she thinks are necessary to be able to look at life from God's point of view, to be able to look at other people's hearts from God's point of view. Number 1, humility. So you have to be a very humble person in order to ignore or to put aside your own beliefs, your own biases, your own pride, and be able to accept what somebody's telling you, how somebody's feeling, what somebody believes. So this is essential because a lot of times when you start talking to someone that is not a humble person, they will reject what you're saying right off the bat, even before you say it, right? So this is the kind of thing that Caterina was talking about. Beware of arrogance. Beware of closing off your ears when people talk to you. Listen to them. Listen to them. That is the whole point of humility. If you don't have humility, you cannot listen to the people that are telling you something contrary to what you believe or what you think. So that's number 1, humility. You want to see things from God's point of view, you have to be humble. Number 2, maturity. So let's say that somebody comes to you and they tell you the earth is flat. Straight up, the earth is flat. I don't know if any of you believe the earth is flat, but it's just an example. Don't take it personally, okay? Somebody comes to you and they say the earth is flat, but you happen to be a person that has studied science extensively, that has traveled the world, that has been to space, and knows for a fact that the earth is not flat, that the earth is round. So what happens? Let's say you're a humble person and you listen to this person telling you the earth is flat, and you listen, you put your pride aside, you put your beliefs aside just to listen to them, right? But once you listen to them, what happens? You have to be a very mature person in order to understand them, understand why they think like that, and to accept it, to not look at the person as a with lower regard, to not look at the person with lower regard, to not think of the person as less or diminish the person's value based on what they think, based on what they believe. So let's say because I've traveled the world and because I've been to space and because I'm an expert in science, all of a sudden, even though I was humble and I listened to this person tell me the earth is flat, now I think of them as a stupid person, or I think of them as someone that is of lower intelligence than myself. Beware, you cannot do that. You cannot do that if you want to look at other people from God's point of view. You've got to let go of your own ego. You have to let go of your own judgment of others if you want to look at things from God's point of view. So that's number 2. To be mature, to be able to look at a person that disagrees with you, even if they're wrong, and still think highly of them, and still see their infinite value, and still know that they are amazing in God's eyes, that they have infinite potential in this life and in this world. Number 3 and final, and the most important in my opinion, love. Love just goes without saying. You cannot look at the world, you cannot behave in a godly way if you don't look at people, if you don't look at nature, if you don't look at everything around you with love, absolute love. And that means a lot of things. What does having love mean? It means having compassion. It means being able to forgive. It means being able to sacrifice. So many things. Like it just encompasses a lot of good, amazing, incredible, miraculous feelings that people have in their hearts. So the example with the person that believes the earth is flat, right? So once you listen to them with humility, once you accept what they believe, even though you don't agree with it, but you accept it and you understand why they believe what they believe, and you still value them as a person, then you gotta love them. You gotta love them so much. You gotta love them like if they're the most amazing thing in the world, even though a part of you totally doesn't think so. Right? So you're gonna encounter a lot of people in your life that not only disagree with you, but that hurt you. People that make you suffer. People that make your life hard, difficult, even impossible sometimes. And the only way to break through that barrier and to look at them how God will look at them is through the lenses of love, of true love. You cannot change the world. You cannot transform the world. You cannot improve the world if you don't express God's love through your actions and through your words. So that is the third and final behavior or characteristic that you have to adapt if you want to be able to look at everything through God's point of view. Now, Caterina said these 3 things in a matter of like 2 minutes. She was very straight to the point, very short and concise. And this is one of the reasons I am so blessed to have her as my wife. But I took a little longer. I hope you were able to listen to me even though I'm in a car on the way to the airport. There's a lot of background noise. But I really wanted to give this advice to you to really convey the message that Caterina conveyed to me, and that has really helped me to open up my heart and to open up my mind to be able to see everyone from God's point of view. Humility, to listen to them, to truly listen to them. Maturity, to understand where they're coming from, to accept what they believe, and to accept how they behave, even though it may hurt you, even though you may disagree with it. And to love, to leave everything aside, every bad feeling aside, in order to love everyone. So I hope this message helps you in any way. God bless you, and I love you all. Peace.